guys, it's me, Kai, and welcome back to my channel. And I know I didn't post a video for like a week. That's because I was busy doing my final year project, but I'm really happy that I finished it in time. And I'm still in like my final weeks of uni, so I think it will be like 2 to 3 weeks more and then I'll be free forever after 4 years, and that's really a relief for me. But once I step into adulthood, I know I will be really lost and confused, because I actually am scared of that part of life where you have to commit to your own things. But yeah, never mind. From that, moving on to this build, I will be building a space station in the world of Glimmerbrook, and it is the world that came with the realm of magic. And the lot that I'm building the space station on is the magic realm HQ, if I'm not mistaken. It is actually not a buildable lot, so I had to use a cheat to enable building on it, and you can enter the cheat which is enable free build. And actually I think to build on this lot, you actually have to play the game itself and go to the magic portal near the waterfall, because I don't think it's accessible if you want to build it straight from the menu. But yeah, I actually had to access this lot using my sim, and I had to make her just use the portal to travel to this lot over here, and then I keyed in the cheat, which is enable free build, and then the system should automatically let you build on this lot. But yeah, it is a space station for like Sims, and I actually wanted to do a space station for like superheroes, because I do add in like a display of costumes, but I decided to change it to like an alien type of space station, because I actually added like these giant UFO spaceships over the top of the build that you will see after this. But a lot of items were used in this build were the ones that came with Strangerville, Get to Work, and Get Famous pack. And I think it's because like a lot of items from there are really alien or galaxy type of items. And in the Get to Work pack, it is actually giant movie props, like sci-fi props, so that's a bonus if you didn't know that. And I also added like a few plants and the mother plant from Strangerville in this build as well, just because I wanted to make it look more like an alien type of vibe that comes with this build. So I hope you guys really like this build. But before we get further into the build, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and comment your favorite sci-fi movie, because my favorite is not the Star Wars movie. I actually don't really watch sci-fi, but I really like the concept of it. Also, I actually wanted to build this space theme build just because like I wanted to celebrate the coming of the Star Wars pack, and I actually didn't really buy the pack because I like watched a lot of reviews from other YouTubers, and they said that it's not really worth the pack if you want to do it for gameplay only, but it is good if you want to do it for like building. But I decided to save my money because I'm not really a Star Wars fan. But if I want to buy that pack, I think I will buy it during a mega sale or something like that, because I don't think it's worth the money. But yeah, different people have different opinions. But I actually just like watched one Star Wars movie. I think it's the one that the British girl, I'm not sure what her name is, but she's really fit. And there's also that orange R2D2, if I'm not mistaken, or BB8, not sure. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I watched like one of the movie, and I think it was okay. But yeah, it's not just my type. I'm more of like into like action movies and horror movies, and just movies that are logical, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you can see that over here the structure is coming together pretty well, and I think I allocated the structure of the build is just at like a corner, and the rest is just like environmental objects and terrain stuff. And overall I'm happy with this build because it looks pretty magical, and like it's surrounded by like colors of like blues and pinks and purples. That is the color for the realm of magic world. It's really pretty, like you saw in the beginning of the video where I did kind of like a walkthrough, but it is not inside. But for this build, I also actually just wanted to focus more on the exterior than in the interior, because I think the interior of this build pretty like sucked in my opinion. But of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you want to comment anything, feel free to do so. But yeah, like I said, a lot of the items were used that are from Get to Work and also Strangerville, and also Get Famous because of the giant props and futuristic theme objects. But I also ended up putting like a rocket ship platform in the front of the build. You will see after this, where I put actually a rocket that came with a base game, and I really didn't know that the base game had like a rocket ship. And over here you can see that I'm working on this transportation or portal thing. I don't think it's accessible though, because when I put the portal thing, I actually had to lift it up using the Control 9 button, and I think the prop that was under it was actually just for, it's like a debug item where it's not functional. But unfortunately I haven't playtested this build, so if you want to playtest or just download this build on the gallery, I will be uploading this gallery after I publish this video. And you can access the gallery and search for my ID, which is simmerkhai. It is spelled just like my display name on YouTube. So yeah, I hope you guys can check that out. And for the interior of the build, it's pretty simple. I just put like lab equipment here and there because I really didn't know what to decorate for the inside, because I don't think I am good enough for like interior design, especially when it comes to like futuristic theme or modern theme designs. I'm more of like traditional interior designer, but exterior wise it doesn't really matter for me, because I think I focus a lot more on exterior. That makes me like build better for exterior. But for the interior I don't really focus. But anyways, you can see over here that I put a lot of like decorations for the environment, and I used the plants from Get to Work, and I also added in like a couple of UFO spaceships above the build. You will see after this, but overall I'm happy. I'm really happy with this build, because it took me like I think 3 to 4 hours to build, but then I cut the video short to like 20 minutes. So that's really an achievement for me, because I don't really have to worry about what to talk about, because I kind of know what I want to talk about. But yeah, I think the new Star Wars pack is like not worth the money for me. But let me know what you guys think of the new pack, or if you have already downloaded it, because I really want to know like what makes it super like very nice, if you know what I mean, for you guys. And right now here I'm working on the rocket space platform, and you can see that I put like a couple of controllers over there with the rocket. I think that's the head of the rocket, not sure, but I think you actually have to build the rocket itself when you do the gameplay, because if I'm not mistaken, your Sims have to build the rocket to actually like show the rocket there. But I didn't in this case, because I was too lazy to just build the rocket, so I just used like a random rocket head from the base game itself. And not sure if I've already put the UFO spaceships, but I think I will after this. But I also added like a tower over here, which is a debug item. It is a tower with like a spotlight that like moves around if you put it on live mode, and I hid it with a couple of terrain rocks, just because I wanted to make it look like it's surrounded and close and really private and not really accessible, so I did that. And for the landscaping, I'm really overall happy with it, because it's pretty simple. There's a lot of tall rocks and random like debug items that I use that is space related. And let me know what you guys think in the comments, of course. And I also added like a pool in this build, and then also a couple of fountains in this build as well, with like a section of landscaping over here. And then for the interior, I think there's 3 levels. The bottom level is like the common or registration level. The second level is actually where the tests are run and the third level as well, but I ended up putting like the dining table and the kitchen, quote unquote kitchen, outside on the balcony, and I didn't really put an oven here because I figured that it is like a community space, so it shouldn't look like a house in a way. But as you can see, I also added these like floating flowers that came with Get to Work. I think it's called the alien flowers, but it's actually for the ground. It's just that I lifted it up into mid-air just to make it look more magical and more really like galactic. And I'm really happy with the turnout of the exterior more than interior. I can say that because it's really pretty in my opinion. But of course, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I think I said that like a lot of times, but I really want to know what you guys think because it would really help me like figure out what I need to improve for my building skills. But anyway, over here is going to be like a experimental area. I added like a statue in the middle where it's like a globe. Yeah, that one. And it's just like a common area as well where the research is done and the teleportation and the rocket ships are done. I'm not sure what is actually in like a space center actually because I'm not a sci-fi girl. But I really try my best for this film. Yeah, but anyways, I ended up removing that microscope behind the statue, I think, and I turned it into something else. But I can't remember. Maybe I didn't, but I can't remember because yeah. And then it's just really a lot of plants and magical plants, and then I also put that mother plant over there from the Strangerville pack in the on the ground floor next to the rocket platform over there. And I'm really like angry with the cherry tree surrounding it because when I wanted to take screenshots of the build, I really couldn't see the build because of the cherry tree. So I really felt like, oh, I just wanna like saw them down or something. It's really annoying, but I managed to do some screenshots in the end. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see the screenshots, of course. But yeah. And then moving on to the interior here, I am working on the like common or lounge area or the reception area. And then over here I put these slates, and then I also put like a logo from the Dine Out pack, if I'm not mistaken. It's called the Loyo. Not sure why it's called like that. But under the stairs I will be also putting a fountain, like a small fountain. And then this chair over here that came with City Living, it just really looks futuristic to me, so I decided to put it there. Just so that when Sims sit here, they can see the view of the pool where other Sims swim maybe. And then you can see that I put this fountain over here. And I stuck to this red color for the water because I think it looks really pretty, and it's just different and really not human in a way. But I also ended up putting like that fire thing with the chimney. Campfire, is it called a camp? Oh, it's a fireplace. I always forget what it's called. Sorry about that. But anyways, I also ended up putting a bar over here from the bowling night stuff, and it really looks futuristic to me. And behind the bar is like a giant pair of windows where I put like alien wall decorations on it just to fill it up and make it look more alien-ish. And I really like them. It's really like pink and purple, and it's just like in the range of my favorite colors. But yeah, overall I'm really happy with this build. But I also ended up putting like a fridge in here, and I didn't add in a stove because, like I said, I didn't really want it to make it look like it's someone's home, and it's just a community space or like common the lot for your Sims, a lot of Sims who are not related. And I also added a couple of posters here and there throughout the build, you will see after this. And also inside I put the magical flowers as well, to make it more magical. And just not sure if your Sims can access it, sorry. But I think they can go to the upper level, because even though there is a flower there, because when I wanted to record the beginning video for this build, there were actually sims at the top level, so I think it's accessible. And I ended up putting also that slates over there, but I ended up sizing them down because it is the wrong size. The slates actually like penetrated like to the upper floor. And over here you will see that I put these clone stations, not sure what it's called, but off camera I put like a wall between it, so like it looks like it's like in isolated space where the colonization occurs. And I also added these chemical benches with those computers and stuff like that. And then working up on the last floor of the build is going to be like also a workspace where I put a toilet, and I think the shower for the toilet is actually a decontaminator thing, because it doesn't really look like a shower, but it's not for humans anyways, it's just for like non-human sims. But we will be reaching the end of the video in like a minute or so. But yeah, I hope you guys really like this video, because I really enjoyed building this video, and I think it's like one of my favorite builds. I think I have a lot of favorite builds, but this is going to be like added to the list. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions that you want me to build, please let me know in the comments. Anything that is decorative or builds or challenges, anything like that. And I really hope you guys like this build like I did, because I really enjoyed this build, like I said. Oh yeah, and over here is going to be the dining room. But anyways, please leave a like or comment or subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and suggest anything that you have in mind, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!